First question in our thought process is what conflicts will it create? What player or what part of the scheme are we putting in conflict? Okay. How does it attack different defenses and their weaknesses? You need to understand, and as a play caller, the best thing you can do is you can pick every single defensive coordinator's brain that you can think of to really truly understand what the different defenses are doing that you're facing. And then how are you going to exploit it, and what puts those defenses in conflict and puts those situations in conflict. Okay. Question you always have to have in your mind. When you run the wing T, if you're going to run the wing T offense effectively, okay, the wing T is not one of those offenses. Hey, I just feel like running this play because I like this play. Oh, we're going to run this play because it's cool. No, you should be setting up something every single series. Whether it's a counter or whether it's a specific player that you're looking to put in conflict, or there's something that you're saving in your back pocket for later. What position player, what scheme or whatever, what are you setting up when you're running your play action pass game or in general offense? And then how can you implement gimmick plays into your play action plays? What are the things that look exactly like your tried and true bread and butter plays, and that you can run throwing the football and you make it look exactly like it? 7-on-7, we do that. We start this year. We actually did like a club, and we actually threw in May, which for me was like, I almost started twitching a little bit when we did that. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to keep up with these guys that are doing all this, and you're going to keep your kids engaged. We found that the earlier we could start throwing, the better. So we're going to even throw a little earlier this year, just to get reps and just let guys go out there, have fun, and sling the ball around and see what we can do. 7-on-7 is a great place to challenge your mind. And the things I've noticed in practice, every time we've done a situational thing. So everything in practice is scripted except for situations. Situations forces me as a play caller to have to adjust to whatever coach I have, assigned that to. Usually it's our scout team defensive coordinator, where he's going, coach, here's the situation, here's the thing, go. And now I have to put myself in that situation. So when I get to Friday nights, it's not the first time that I have seen that. I've thought through that several different times throughout practice. So 7-on-7 and situations in practice is the best way to challenge your play calling mind. And then in the play action passing game, timing is everything. Timing on when you call the play and timing within the execution of your players. In-game management prep. So obviously coming out, preparation, film, and practice, so you already know from your preparation that how you're going to attack the weaknesses. Okay. Number two, you want to find the right matchups. There are every team, for the most part, most teams, not every team, but most teams have a deficiency somewhere. They usually have a cover corner and a boundary corner. They usually have a guy that they want on their best player. They have a certain player or position that they want at the point of attack or whatever. So how can you find ways to attack different people or put those players in a disadvantage? What do you want to attack? Why do you want to attack? And who are we going to stay away from? Okay. And then have a plan to set it up with the running game. Assign a spotter. We always have a guy in the box who is watching, whether it's a safety, whether it's an outside back or a defensive end, inside back, or whatever that player is. You got to assign a spotter to have that in your back pocket. So as soon as he sees it, hey, Coach Montoya, so-and-so's done this, call the play, I already know. Or you get on the tablet in between series, take a look. Key is you got to set it up. You got to stay patient. You really do. It's really hard not to just go, I think it's there and it might not be there, and then all of a sudden you screwed it up. You want to save the perfect call for the right times. Play action pass has the whole defense, especially the safeties, accountable. That's key right there. You got to put those safeties in accountable. The safeties are the players that really, really can make the running game difficult if they're very, very good. And some of these really, really good, well-coached teams can put their safeties 6-7 yards. And now all of a sudden that's a 9th, 10th defender in the box that they have. And you don't necessarily have a guy that can get there, or even if you get there, it's still changing different angles and all these different things. So you got to find ways that your play action passing game can get those safeties out of the box. So here we go. So here's one of our belly plays. Now, you guys look at this team over here. This is our opponent. This kid's still playing Division I college football. These guys are all faster than anything I've got. And this kid right here is a quick kid, but our kids were tough, physical, plaster football players. But this was one of my slower teams, but it was a tough team. So we knew our play action passing game was the key to it all. So we're going to run double wham or double dive, which is part of our belly series. We get great movement. We were very good up front this year. We got great movement there. We run it. Okay. And if you watch their safeties. See the play side safety right there, the backside safety. Watch this kid. He's implementing himself into the game. So we knew that we had it. So here we go. A couple plays later, you check where the ref is. Okay, you see the down markers there. Here, the opposite line makes it look just like that last play we watched. Watch the back come through as if he's going to block. You watch both safeties. Look at the safeties. Boom, he's by him. And we're off to the races. Now watch this Division I kid. Okay, that's 4 steps. Luckily, we got in the end zone. But that's a different. That's what you have to have answers. So when you play these kids that are far superior to your kids, you have ways to exploit them and get big plays. Okay, here's our 2 tight end set power play. So we're just in your base wing T set at a 2 tight end set. Okay, we are going to double team here. Because this guy is way outside shape of our tight end, we're sending him to here, and we're going to send this halfback right to here. Kick out, lead the guard up. Great looking play. We got great movement on this interior defense line. We like that matchup. We got great movement, got a great wall. Okay, so now you look right here. First 3 plays, that looks exactly the same. You watch this running back. He does a good job of setting it up. Now to their corner's credit, he does a great job. Those are corners that ended up running. We make a great play, but it's a great looking play action pass off the run. So we're running jet lead. Good mesh. Fullback does a good job. You watch the free safety right here. Free safety's coming. Okay, we saw that. So now we're going to run it. This is similar look. Once again, I mean, look at all these guys in the box. I think they're expecting run. Same exact look. Looks just like jet. We got a guy down the field wide open. If you watch the left half, he doesn't even have to sell it. He just runs. But because we had such great mesh, and look at the X. The X is impressed. He looks like he's cracking. Everybody else thinks he's cracking too. And so because of that, our back makes a great play, miraculously stays on his feet for a touchdown. So once again, these are all plays that are part of our bread and butter main running plays. And up front, the action looks exactly like the run. So this is long trap. Okay, utilize a motion, put their safeties in conflict right here. Okay, we double team. I think we had unbalanced. These are 2 tackles tied in. So we wanted to put their safeties in conflict right there. And then later on in the game, we're in a tray set. This guy becomes the spot player. If you watch the X does a great job of slowly selling it and then burst. We have the great play action there. It's the long trap fake. Quarterback makes just good enough to throw, and it's a touchdown. This was a quarterfinal game. Big play for us. This is double crisscross. It's counter crisscross for us. Great movement up front. Touchdown. Same play here. The double crisscross run play for us. Okay, so now we've seen it. Putting safeties in conflict. If you watch the backside tight end, watch him first. Up, sells it for 2 steps, and then bursts down the middle. And then we watch the mesh with the quarterback in the backs. Fake. The backs sell it. Quarterback hides the football. Touchdown, Hillman.